first musical instrument I ever played was a guitar. And I remember it was a Stargazer. It was a really crappy little, 3/4 scale guitar that I got at Best Buy, and the action on it was horrible, and I couldn't, barely play bar chords because the strings had so much tension on them. But it was my first one. That's when I started learning, a musical instrument. And then by the time I had got to 5th grade, had the opportunity to play in band, and I picked up a trombone, and it was an experience. I did it for about 6 months, and I never really played it again. By middle school, 7th grade, I was in my first band. I was playing guitar, and I was writing music, and I really enjoyed it. I loved it. I loved the camaraderie between the bandmates. I loved the fact that it was, you could pick up girls. You could create. The possibilities were endless with it. So I really, that's when music really started catching on, was 7th grade. And I remember being, 17, and I had gotten out of this phase, and I'd been playing with bands for years and years, and I was playing in metal and punk and hardcore, and by the time I was 17, I picked up an acoustic, and I spent some time in the wilderness, so, when you're there, you don't really have anybody else to play with. So I started playing by myself, and I realized that I loved it more. I had full control, it was just me and my instrument. And then when I was 17, I always loved hip hop, but when I was 17, I really decided that it was time to just try it a little bit, have some fun with it. And then that's when I fell in love again. Now I had a drummer, a bassist, to synthesize, everything. It was an instrumental, and I got to do the vocals, and I got to write what I wanted. And the two most influential forms of music in the past 30, 40 years have been punk and hip hop. So it always fit, and I love it.